introduce myself here. I'm Dustin Wallace. I'm an active licensed General B contractor and certified home inspector, along with a paralegal grad and with an emphasis in construction law. So I want to introduce a few things why I am the best option for you as your home inspector, being a licensed general contractor. So a couple of things that are brought up, the difference between having a home inspector versus having a GC do your home inspections. One is I can provide things that other home inspectors cannot do. The one important thing I can do is I can provide costs for repair, costs for credit. Basically what it is that I am able to put a number in there for the cost to fix something from my subs or what I consider is the cost. A home inspector cannot do that because they're not licensed to do that. As a GC, I am licensed to do that. So when there's a roof that needs to get fixed or replaced, I could put $15,000 down if that's what I believe the cost is, which is backed up by my my subs. So when I do that, it provides two very important things for you and your realtor. You do not have to try to get the subs to come out to give you a bid when I already provide the number as a GC. Saves time, and all those numbers are all backed up by my subs. So one of the important things too is that when I put, let's say, $15,000 down for a roof, that is also backed up by my roofing contractor, which saves him time from having to go into doing the inspection himself. And also it stresses them out. It stresses the realtors out because they know all that is most likely is for is just to get a credit. And in the end, that really doesn't benefit anyone that's involved with it. So I've saved a ton of time when it comes to that kind of stuff. Another important thing too is when you hire me, you're also hiring someone who does the roof and foundation inspections. So a lot of times, home inspectors will just say, "Oh, refer to contractor, refer to engineer," which very few times I've done. When I see something very structural, I will tell you what it is that's wrong, and I will say refer to structural engineer. But I also have my own connections with my structural engineer, so when I feel like something is up, I can call them on my phone. All my subs are loyal to me. I grew up in this county of Lake for 25 years, and I built many homes with me and my dad, and they're always a phone call away for any question I have. So when we get back to some things about home inspectors. So home inspectors often, when they feel like they're confused or don't know, they'll say refer out. I do not have that luxury at all to do that. I cannot say refer to contractor when I am one. You see? So one of the most important things too is I get it all the time. I find out that a home inspector has referred to general contractor on a foundation issue. Well, I get called for that, and I charge $250 for a foundation inspection, when reality is the whole home inspection, which included the foundation, would have been $325 or $350 depending on the size of the home. So now you just lost $300 when you could have just went to me to begin with. Important thing to note too is when I mentioned about be able to put costs and credits, I do know for a fact what is going on right now. And that is Sonoma County, Napa County, and the big realtors are using me as a leverage point for those costs and repairs to go against listing agents in Lake County. It is happening a lot. I do it because I could put those numbers in. And for why I believe you should hire me for the listing is that I will not put those numbers in. So if I do the inspection for the listing agent, it gets them nothing, while if I provide the numbers of the costs. I will provide the costs that are needed to be done, and the subcontractors with phone numbers, but I will leave the costs out. See, that's a huge thing, because now the buyer doesn't have the leverage to go against that. And you're not going to be able to counter a general contractor home inspector from another home inspector. It's not going to happen. So when there's already inspection done by the seller by a licensed GC, then that gives the power to the seller over the buyer. I do know it's a seller's market right now as inventory is low, but I do know this is what's going on. Another important thing that I can do is I can provide letters for appraisers. So when something that's considered grandfathered in, and I've done this before for realtors, and they don't have a permit, or because permits really were not being put out till the 80s in Lake County. And it's all up to code or whatever, and they just need a licensed GC to say it meets the standards. I can do that. A home inspector cannot. So these are important things to note. Also, the difference between me and a home inspector is that I put my general contractor stamp on the report, so you best believe I will not miss a thing. My liability is a whole lot higher than just a home inspector. So when I go on a roof, I pull up my 30-foot ladder and I will go up 2 stories. If I have to crawl, I will crawl everything. If it's a slab, obviously there's no crawling, but I have to go above and beyond what a normal home inspector can do or will do, because my license is more important to me than the home inspection business, which obviously with my license on the home inspection business is relation with myself. So these are important things to note, why I am the option for you as your general contractor and certified home inspector. So anyways, I wanted to be able to kind of go in detail what counties I do serve. I do go to Sonoma, Napa, obviously Lake County, Mendocino County, and it's part of the Central Valley. So I just want to make sure that you guys all do your research too, and maybe ask for sample reports from other home inspectors. And also, the important thing about the YouTube videos I do for the reports, they are very important for many reasons. I remember one client 2-3 months ago she was a really hard client to deal with. Even with the realtor, was saying that the garage door wasn't working during the inspection. Well, I got a video of it, and I told her to go to 7 minutes and 1 second. It shows the garage door working just fine. Delamination on roofing. It's really hard to show when there's a leak on the roof. You see the delamination and the sheathing on photos. Well, when you see a video of it going up and down with relevance to another section of the roof, you could see the importance of this. Also, the video is important too, because it shows a walkthrough of your house. It can show you how to fix things. It can show you how to show in relation to the report what's going on. Also, there's also some word about maybe me or a GC might be killing a deal. That's not true. If anything, there's one thing I do provide that I know the other home inspectors do not, and that is the solutions to every problem I point out. Every single issue I point out in the report, I offer a solution. And that is decided whether you as the buyer or seller, the person who hires me, wants to continue with that to the repair or not. And ultimately the decision in the end is up to you and your realtor to decide if you want to buy the home or whatnot. My job is to provide the report, provide the video, provide options, and then you go with that and make your best decisions for the biggest purchase of your life. With that, that is the end of this video. I look forward to doing your inspections for you, and I enjoy doing this. Lastly, you might wonder why am I not still building homes? Well, the reality is I started doing this full time about 5 months ago. I've been doing it part time for a couple of years. And I got my certification a couple years ago for this, which I really didn't even need because California doesn't even regulate home inspectors, which is quite sad. So the reason why I started doing this full time is because my wife's an ER nurse. We have a 2-year-old, and when COVID blew up, I couldn't build houses 25 hours a week. So I do this 25 hours a week. I do about 6 to 8 inspections. That's all I would really like to do, and pretty much be almost a stay-home dad in a lot of ways, because it's just with her, and at times working 14 to 16 to even 18 hours a day when COVID was blowing up. and no choice. I couldn't build. So that's why I took on this venture, and I do enjoy it. It's different. It can be stressful. The real estate game is a weird transition because when you're building homes, you get attached to things like clients, and that's really the hardest thing for me that I learned was that this is the attachment, the emotional attachment is for the realtor and the client, not me. I provide the report and the issues and the solutions to the matter of the home. So that was the hardest thing to get used to, and I'm still getting better at it, because I am passionate and I do care about the client that hires me. And so, anyways, that is the introduction video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully, you get an idea of who I am as an inspector. Thank you so much.